After finishing high school, many students have a hard time deciding on going to a four-year university or going to a community college first. Today I'm going to discuss some of the benefits of going to a community college first. According to collegeboard.com, the average in-state tuition and fees for a student attending a four-year university in Oklahoma is around $4,440. This breaks down to around $185 per credit hour in tuition and fees. The average tuition and fees for a community college is about $2,064 per academic year, which breaks down to about $86 per credit hour in tuition and fees. This is less than half the cost of attending a four-year university. One of the main differences between attending a community college and a university is that a community college rarely has on-campus housing to offer, whereas a university generally has several different housing options to offer a student. For the 2009-2010 academic school year, the average cost of room and board was around $6,268 for a full academic year, which rounds out to about $25,000 in room and board fees for 4 years. According to Oklahoma Higher Education, going to a community college versus a four-year university can save a student an average of about $8,000 per academic year in tuition, housing, and fees. Another major benefit of going to a community college versus a university is safety. Although crime does happen everywhere, there tends to be more criminal activity on a university campus versus a community college campus. A couple of risks of universities, just to name a few, are hazing, rape, and robbery. Hazing is an activity expected of someone joining a group or to maintain full status in a group that humiliates, degrades, or risks emotional and/or physical harm regardless of the person's willingness to participate. In previous years, hazing practices were mostly harmless pranks or funny antics associated with young people in fraternities and sororities. Today, we know that hazing goes far beyond fraternities and sororities. It's now being experienced in many school groups, university organizations, athletic teams, the military, and other social and professional organizations. These practices have become more and more deadly and are illegal in many states, including Oklahoma. In January of 2007, several Oklahoma State University fraternity students were faced with criminal hazing charges. It was reported that several Alpha Phi Alpha pledges were beaten. One was beaten so severely that he needed plastic surgery for his injuries. This resulted in the Oklahoma State University chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha being shut down. Other hazing incidents have become more serious and some even deadly. Rape on university campus have also become of a norm. 1 in 4 women report being a victim of rape or attempted rape during their years on a college campus. In August of 2009, a 21-year-old Oklahoma State University female student was raped at her Stillwater residence. This is just one example of the many cases of rape on college campuses. Robbery on college campuses have begun occurring more often as well. There have been several incidents of carjacking, laptop, cell phone, and wallet thefts on several university campuses. Going to a community college also has a more positive effect on a student's academic as well as personal life. Transitioning is a very important part of college life, whether a student chooses to attend a university or a community college. They will be faced with making a very large shift in life. Attending a community college, however, is not as big a transition as a university is. Such a large transition can sometimes become overwhelming to a student who is just now learning to cope with their new freedom and being away from home. Statistically, 1 in 5 college freshmen drop out after their first year in college. This is mainly due to low grades and not being able to keep up in class. Community colleges' curriculums tend to be a little less strenuous than a university, therefore giving students more time to adjust to the new transition and new responsibilities. Community colleges also tend to have fewer students per class. This is good for a student who likes direct access to the instructor and being able to ask questions and have one-on-one time with the instructor. Universities usually have large auditoriums full of a few hundred students per class. For some students, this does not seem acceptable because they don't have that one-on-one time that they need with the professor to learn. Although going to a university affords the students more life experiences, going to a community college first is more cost efficient, safe, and better academically.